Today we're diving into some major news that's sending shockwaves through the automotive world. You won't want to miss this, trust us. So let's cut to the chase. BYD, one of China's most prominent car manufacturers, has come out swinging against the old guard of the auto industry. You see, there's been this ongoing trend where Chinese car companies are teaming up with well-established players from the West. But guess what? BYD's not buying it. Not one bit. They're like, hold up, why are we cozying up the old ways when we can unite and demolish the legacy auto industry? And when they say demolish, they mean it in every sense of the word. Picture this, there's this clash of ideas happening right now. On one side, you've got the traditional big players from Europe and America, still chugging along with their internal combustion engines, dominating the car market. And then there's this new wave, the Chinese car makers led by BYD. They're all about electric power, innovation, and pushing boundaries. And guess what? They're not just sitting back. They're saying, hey, let's not play nice anymore. Let's come together, unite, and crush the old ways. Now, this isn't your run-of-the-mill plan. BYD is practically shouting from the rooftops that they're ready to take down the old world of cars. But you might be wondering, why should you care? Well, imagine this scenario. You're playing a game, and your opponents are not only ahead, but are teaming up against you. BYD is essentially saying, we're not just going to catch up, we're going to beat them at their own game, and we're going to do it together. If you're one of the established players in the auto industry, this is a wake-up call like no other. How do you even begin to compete with a united force that's making more advanced products at a lower cost? It's like trying to outrun a speeding train. The challenge is real, friends. Now let's get down to brass tacks. BYD is no small fish in the ocean. They're making big waves with electric cars, and they're doing it their way. They're not tied down by joint ventures. They own their game. Think about it. BYD is second in line for electric car manufacturing globally, and they're ruling the roost when it comes to plug-in hybrids. But here's the kicker. They also happen to have some of the cheapest, safest, and most durable batteries out there. These guys aren't just talking the talk, they're walking it too. Now hold on to your seats for this one. BYD isn't just throwing around words for fun. They've got the numbers to back it up. Chinese automakers already make around 80% of the world's batteries and over 60% of the world's electric cars. They're like holding the winning cards and going, why don't we sweep the table? It's a power move and it's shaking things up. Continuing on our electrifying journey, let's delve into what BYD's patriotic rallying cry for unity means, especially in the midst of a price war happening in China's auto market. BYD, which is China's top-selling car maker, is urging the industry to come together and dismantle the old giants of the global market. This call for unity has spread like wildfire, just as you'd expect. But hold on, because there are differing opinions. In response to BYD's call, its rivals have raised their eyebrows, questioning the strategy. On the other hand, some have applauded BYD for taking this bold move. However, recently, BYD used a special event to mark a milestone in production and celebrate China's rise as a global powerhouse in auto manufacturing. Here's a fun fact. China now wears the crown of the world's largest car importer. Yes, you heard that right. They left Germany in the dust and even overtook Japan this year. The founder and chairman of BYD, Wang Shanfu, stood at the event, surrounded by the logos of 12 major Chinese automakers. This act carries a lot of emotion and power. Wang Shanfu is basically saying, let's join hands, let's outshine Japan, Germany, and American cars. Let's make this a matter of pride for 1.4 billion Chinese people. He's tapping into the desire to see a Chinese brand shine on the global stage. This stirring call by BYD, which is neck and neck with Tesla in the electric vehicle race, received widespread praise within China. It shines a spotlight on how Chinese automakers are dealing with fierce competition right in their own backyard. With the domestic market flooded with options, many brands are struggling to stay afloat. Some are even selling their cars at a loss. The situation has become so intense that numerous dealerships have had to shut down. China is now asking itself, why are we fighting among ourselves? Why not aim higher and conquer the international market? Now let's dive into the fierce price war that's shaking up China automakers. You see, some folks are saying that Tesla kicked off this whole thing back in January, but that's far from the truth. This price battle has been going on for years. Many Chinese car makers have been selling electric cars at a loss, even before Tesla arrived in China. So if anyone tells you Tesla magically started this war, just chuckle and move on, because that's plain silly. They're all competing in the same global playground, facing not just wary consumers, but also regulatory hurdles, especially in America and Europe. Taking a peek across the ocean, some Chinese automakers are doing well in Europe, while others are struggling. BYD, for example, had a decent month in Sweden, but overall their European sales aren't as dazzling as anticipated. In fact, they've been quite disappointing. So what's BYD up to? Recently, BYD released a video that took a trip down memory lane, showcasing the founding of a dozen rivals in the auto industry. This journey spanned from the state-run Ford Group in 1956 to the fresh faces of EV startups like XPeng and NIO. The video gave us glimpses of history, wide-open landscapes, and cars being sent out for the world to see. The stories may differ, but they're all heading in the same direction. As the video put it, no distinction between you and me. And then, with a powerful punch, it called on Chinese automakers to crush the old legends and create new, world-class brands, all under the rallying cry of Chinese autos. Make no mistake, this video struck a chord and went viral on Chinese social media. The people of China are feeling a strong sense of patriotism, even nationalism, you might say. They want their car makers to rise and shine on the global stage. Some folks from rival companies even posted messages of appreciation. They're proud of China's auto industry and want to learn from each other's success, but not everybody is singing praises. Some voices warn that this passionate message might lead to regulatory troubles for Chinese brands abroad, particularly in Europe. There's a genuine worry that the market could be flooded with affordable electric cars from China, potentially causing a lot of disruption for the established players. Some say Chinese automakers need to embrace the reality of competition. Hold on to your hats, folks, because there's more to this story. We've got a feud brewing between Great Wall Motors and BYD, and it's been going on for quite some time. Just when you thought things were coming together, Chief Technology Officer Wang Yanli from Great Wall Motors spoke up. He questioned how Chinese automakers could stand united at such a crucial juncture. In simple words, it's like saying, if we're all about unity but still have hard feelings, maybe it's better to duke it out first. In other words, this tension between BYD and Great Wall Motors is far from fizzling out. Fast forward a bit and we see a twist in the tale. Back in July, the group representing China's automakers backtracked on a promise to avoid strange pricing tactics. This promise was made by 16 automakers, including BYD. And in May, the China Association of Auto Manufacturers admitted that this promise actually went against China's antitrust laws. It's like China hit the brakes and thought, wait a minute, our journey here was kind of like capitalism. We've grown so much, so maybe going back to communism and socialism isn't the best move. In May, Great Wall Motors brought some heat. They lodged a complaint with Chinese regulators against BYD, saying that 2 of BYD's popular hybrid models didn't meet emission standards. Just to make things more interesting, these same hybrid models had faced issues with fires. BYD fired back, saying the claims were bogus and they might even go the legal way. Now let's talk numbers. BYD has really taken the lead in China's electric car market. They're ruling the roost with a 37% share of the entire market for the first 7 months of the year. That's up from 29% the previous year. They even left Volkswagen in the dust for the first time, and Volkswagen has been China's go-to choice for cars for ages. Well, there you have it, the inside scoop on the power plays, tensions, and twists that are shaking up China's auto industry. What will happen next? Your guess is as good as ours. But hey, your thoughts matter too. Drop them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this ride through the world of Chinese cars, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Until next time, keep those wheels turning and those ideas churning.